Welcome to the Void. My name is Liliana, also known as the Transfiendling, and today we're going to get back into Control. So I did just a tiny bit of poking. I didn't do a lot because I didn't want to, spoil myself on the story, but I did do a little bit of looking around into what, would go on after this point. Now, the interesting thing to me is that there is actually more story. So, we have beaten the main game of, the primary game we've beaten. But what we have left to do now is to actually do some of the DLC, which has to do with the foundation of the only house, apparently. Which is why it's called the Foundation. And I'm sure it's also a reference to the SCP Foundation. There's just no way in the Void that it's not a reference to that. Because of the fact that this game is essentially an SCP game, as much as we'll ever get one, being that all of the SCP is in the Creative Commons, and that means that they can't copyright it.
Even if it was a dream, I feel Darling reached out to me through the hologram. He and Trench will be the only callers from beyond.
Is Dylan gonna call? Actually, wait, where is Dylan, actually? Oh wait, no, we did the whole thing with Dylan. But is he, can we find him in the facility? Director. Situation/crisis/uh-oh in Foundation. We demand your attention/moxie. Oldest house is in danger. We open the door/tree in maintenance. Hurry/post-haste. Wait.
Problem in the Foundation. That was Auti's vacation spot.
Yeah, I was gonna say. That was Auti's, hey, let me show you that I can alter reality to my fucking will instance thing that we experienced. Alright, did I re-equip my proper? I did, good. Oh, also, speaking of things, I did actually go and explore all the way down to, so I did go and I went and I equipped some dashing dashing efficiency mods, and I did go and essentially go as far as the edge of this place will go that we're going to now, and it's endless things of where is it even located? It's in maintenance underneath through Foundation question mark. Because we did, there was that once, oh, Foundation, there it is. I was like, we were here before. What was I saying? Oh, I did equip some dash mods and go back to the edge of the Foundation place just because I was curious. It just is pillars endlessly.
Trans-dimensional.
Trans-dimensional.
This place really suits Auti.
Note to self overlay trans flag at 4 minutes and 50 seconds. I don't know why I find the fact, me saying these things out loud entertaining, but I do. Yeah, no, that scans. Unmapped area, huh? Oh. That's something different, or is that just because I shot over here? No? I don't know where I'm going. Find the door, maintenance/restricted area. Well, I'm there. I better open the door before. I don't know why I keep that song. I mean, I know why. It's because I keep saying the door. And that's part of that song's lyrics. But it feels obnoxious to keep referencing it. Oh, gosh darn it. It's been really fun. One of my girlfriends has actually been playing Control. And it's just been real fun watching her go through it. Because she plays also just because she plays differently than I do. She actually uses shatter.
So
oh!
etching is the door.
That door.
Okay, let's try opening it.
Just touch it. Well, hello then. Also, I never actually heard about this joke before, but so my house and I, we like did a hair dyeing thing, and I didn't.
No time for sightseeing. The board said this was an emergency.
My hair came out more blue than intended, which is fine. I'm going to fix it, and everything's going to be fine. I do like it. It's just not what was intended. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Okay, just some rocks for me to throw. But I do really like it, even though I was aiming for purple, but we got more blue. That's fine. Okay, back to puzzles a little bit, back to basics. Oh, and then I never heard of this joke before, but one of my castmates told me this earlier today. But yes, I do now have blue hair and pronouns.
Looks like no one's been down here in a while.
That is an understatement. I never heard of this joke before, but my housemate told me about it, and I'm like, well, I'm making that joke. I saw an interact thing, I thought. Maybe I was just seeing things. But I told my friend, I was like, well, I'm gonna make that joke in the next episode that I record.
The crystals are kind of pretty. Emily would be having a field day down here.
Me, ah, dang, I wish I had more light sources. Then gives me this giant light source. Me, damn, that's way too bright. Those are interesting crystals.
My life's been a strange one.
Who's Ash?
Certainly stranger than I'd like. But this place, it's something else. The floors crawl, the walls slither. It's a shifting pit. There's another drab building standing there for any moment. How did we miss it? Northmore. Acting director in Northmore now is on a train from Washington. They'll expect
Interesting.
these tapes. They're evidence that I'm at least trying to understand. Father searched his entire life for something like this.
Father?
He'll find it 1 week after he's buried. He always hated irony. Of course, Father, the great director, Ash, would have been the first man in. And look at me, his bookworm son, his supposed head of research who can't stop his legs from shaking long enough to step over the threshold.
Oh, oops, sorry about that. Hit the mic. Interesting, okay. And there's some sort of barrier here to where at least the service weapon won't shoot through it. For some reason.
The foundation. Bottom of the oldest hell. Stop the hissing.
Marshall? How was she on the hotline? Unless she's dead.
No! I thought I just saw her.
She seemed like the kind of woman who could survive anything.
Also, I really want to jump down. I shouldn't. It's a void. It's an anomalous void. Whee! Okay, that is kind of what I expected to actually happen, but interesting. Okay. Yeah, so there is still more story. And the fuck? I asked my housemate, who's finished the game, if you ever get to a point where you lose access to the side quest, and she said no. So there's that concern alleviated. Nope, that's not gonna work. Okay, well, I'll come back at some point when I feel like digging with you more. Research site Delta. Oh, cool, this one actually does have locations. Cool, I was worried that it wasn't going to have a map. Just because I want to make sure I don't miss anything. Doom! What are those things actually supposed to be? And, like, how do normal people open them who aren't the director? Who don't have telekinesis? Okay, this is the way it came from. Good. I wanted to make sure. I was worried that I was missing something. Also, I don't know if it's just me, or if, I don't know. Well, no, I'm not gonna make that joke. I don't know if it's just me, or if, like, it's just me encoding / interpreting. That doesn't look good. Well, what the audio is that I'm hearing, but it sounds like the rocks are moaning slightly. Oh god, you got here quick. Oh fuck.
Those structures. Is that the astral plane? How is that possible? This is worse than I thought.
Yeah, I have questions too.
What's going on?
I'm also not entirely certain I understand how Solaris functions. I thought I did, but now I'm not so certain. Seems like, for lack of better term, that hedron structure was like
These paintings look old. Like
old. Yeah, no, they are in fact cave paintings. But like hedron was like an egg or incubator, but now that she and Jesse are in sync, the hedron's no longer necessary or something. Cave paintings. Yeah. At first I thought the cave paintings in the Foundation chronicled ancient humans' encounters with natural occurrences like weather, but soon it became clear they depicted events far outside the average human experience. Also, it seems I was wrong to assume the images are ancient. Radiocarbon dating suggests something impossible, that I've been down here longer than the paintings. That's absurd, though. The silent mediums clearly indicate a Paleolithic origin. I was ready to conclude that an ancient community of humans lived in or around the oldest house. Now, with this information, I don't know what to think. Is one of our agents drawing these, or is there someone down here with us? This place has a habit of skewing my results, so perhaps the data is corrupted. Or perhaps some paintings were created at different times. The art does seem to chronicle not only the past, but also the present, and possibly even the future. I see in them echoes of the board, some linear architecture. What could it be interpreted as a director? Are the paintings telling a story that's still being written? If so, who is writing it? Interesting. No, that's a good point. Oh, hello. Oh, some of you throw shit now. Oh, you can teleport? How about you go fuck yourself? Oh, God. You can stand still and be helpful.
We're using pickaxes now.
Where's my one friend? Interesting. Piece of paper. Those look like eyes. That's terrifying. Oh no. Okay, don't mind me. Relocation order. Tom, you've missed the good news. I'm sure the official memo will go out soon, but Northmore called and all hands on the crossroads. Students are finally moving out of this hellhole and up to the house proper. Bureau brass apparently solved the moving walls problem, or at least figured out a way to pinpoint where and when they would happen. All I know is going up means goodbye darkness, goodbye weird lunches with that ex-Nazi scientist, and goodbye pissing into the pit. I know that was you, Barry. Pardon me? Okay. Northmore's ordering the Foundation sealed, so as soon as we can haul our stuff out and somehow convince Ash to come with us, he's the only one kicking up a fuss. This is long overdue. We've lost 11 men and damn near $10,000 in supplies moving between the entrance and the Foundation. And for what? Research? Ash is batty if he thinks we want to stay here and sift through more sand for him. It's just rusted iron flakes anyway. Did you know that? We were breathing that shit in. Cool. I'm gonna not look at whatever those eyes were while I go over here. Oh, they're lights. Okay, I see what they are now. Well, that's good at least. I'm so nervous. Ah! Oh! Well, ew. Beware of dangerous toxic gases. No prong button. This one leads somewhere. Another one of these? That's odd to me. But okay. There's some weird shit going on in here. Foundation accident. Mr. Wilder, I have some bad news. You remember the Robert Ricardo fellow we brought in as a special consultant to map the lower caves? Well, today he found a chamber with weird eyes covering every inch of walls and a strange black pillar in the center. Kinda looks like the one at the crossroads, but smaller. We had a bureau member shadowing him, but whatever happened in there did a great number on our guest. The doctor's taking a look at it, but it's pretty clear Mr. Adventure's exploring days are over. I know we were careful to limit this guy's exposure to the non-ordinary. Dragging him and carrying through the upper floors was a real hoot, by the way. But we really need to reevaluate our policies on external contractors. Honestly, we'd be better off forming a special division trained in repelling and orienteering than subjecting more outsiders to the shit we deal with. They almost always end up dead or loony. That's why the Foundation has MTFs. I'm sorry, what was spotlighting me? I think it was just my gun. I swear, I keep hearing, it sounds like the cave is breathing. Sometimes.
The astral plane is cutting into our dimension. What if this happens in the upper floors? It'll destroy the bureau.
Well, you're dead anyway, so that's fine. Obey. Oh, you're still alive! Well, shit. I thought you were just going to fall down and die, but you didn't, so now you're mine. Well, I'm gonna go see what is over here, or no. Over here if I can. No, I can't. At least not from this angle. This is odd.
I brought Emily with me. I could really use my head of research right about now.
Polaris, are you suggesting maybe we could? I'm sorry.
Marshall, you're alive. Wait, it's Jesse, the director.
What is going on? I'm legitimately spooked.
Whoa, this place is huge.
Crossroads.
Can you hear me? She was on the hotline, so that person couldn't have been Marshall, right? One problem at a time. Let's see what's going on with that pillar first.
Well, there's something right over there, clearly. Power box, cool. Document? Ah, tape player.
It's been 5 days since we first entered the building. Traversing the interior is dangerous due to the shifting, but we did manage to find a lower cavern that seems structurally predictable, which is a scientific way of saying its walls won't crush us in our sleep.
Ow.
Northmore even made a discovery. A pistol placed on a stone pedestal in front of that strange ebony pillar. Seems like something out of a storybook, except the heroes usually find swords, not handguns. But it is the perfect lure for someone like him.
Does that mean?
Hours after finding this weapon, Northmore cornered me to spout some nonsense about how the board had made him the director. He ranted about the title being meaningless before now, calling Father and all other previous directors worse. I think this place is worse for Northmore than it is for me. Strangest thing? There was no pedestal in front of that pillar a day ago. This building has swallowed a dozen of my men, and now it's handing out presents? Is it playing some sort of game? If it is, we're most certainly losing. Hell, we don't even know the rules.
Okay, so I think we just found out the origins of the service weapon. Nailed door / monolith is hurt. Touch / revere it to enter. Cool, I'm gonna go head to, Central Exec real quick, because I'm curious if Marshall is still there, and if so, if I will have interesting new dialogue with her because of the fact that she was talking to me on the hotline.
Any luck finding the armor Looks like it got shifted. We have rangers checking each sector. Fuck, whose side is the house on?
Welcome back, Director.
Thank you. You know, it would help if I knew where exactly she had been in here before.
Projector requires a slide to dimensional doorways, then which is the object of power? This slide?
Variants and altered items.
Or is it a station itself?
Also, let's see if she has anything new to say.
Jesse, good to see you. We've got Dylan situated in his containment cell like you
Oh,
asked.
hey.
I've got medical staff running tests as we speak, and I'd be happy to walk you through the details later. Other than that, what's next?
With the slide projector turned off, the hiss are shut out, but we're stuck with the ones already here. We can't lift the lockdown until they're all eradicated. If any hiss ever got out, that would be the end of it.
Eliminating them all will take time. Look, I'll do what I can on my end, but my research is progressing slower than I'd like.
No.
I think I can help with that. I am making you the head of research, effective immediately.
Oh, I was supposed to
I
talk
want
to you
seize
sooner.
Everything the Bureau has, every resource, every confidential scrap of data, and find a way to keep the hiss out for good.
That's... really?
Aww.
Yes, I can certainly...
That's real cute.
Yes. Yes, I accept.
You'll do great. Besides, I didn't really have anyone else lined up.
I
I'm
love
honored,
her.
Jesse, really. Thank you.
Emily's really cute. Just like in a very like, I don't know. It's very precious of her to be so enthusiastic about helping. Genuinely.
Do you remember Mr. Tomasi, the head of communications?
Yeah, I killed him.
The hiss he was changed into showed up in containment, near the turntable.
I'll take care of it. That thing's not getting away this time.
I've heard reports about his particular use of language and intonation when repeating the hiss babbling. The biological and behavioral distinctions between different hiss-corrupted individuals is truly fascinating.
Interesting.
I wonder if I could categorize the data.
And she's already off on her own thing.
I love her so much. New mission, Mr. Tomasi. Oh yeah, what happened to Darling? Oh no, we just heard about that.
When the hiss got into my head, I saw some weird things. I think Darling even spoke to me. Does that make any sense to you?
Empirically, no. But phantom voices as well as hallucinatory states are not uncommon here. And considering the forces that Dr. Darling was working with, he could have been transferred to a different plane of consciousness, physically or otherwise.
And that doesn't
I'm
affect-
sorry.
Oh, very. The fact that he took those forces from me,
I love her.
it's infuriating. But Darling's dream was always to look beyond our reality. This time he may have taken a step too far, but as long as his consciousness can perceive his surroundings, I'm sure he's loving it.
That's fair.
Maybe Darling was just trying to protect you from the darker side of his work.
Fuck that. Just assuming that he considers something morally repugnant.
Which it all was.
Which it all was, of course.
I love it when that happens. Oh no, these are all new things. Okay, never mind.
How was Dylan?
I'm doing just fine. I don't go by the name
Listen,
anymore, though.
I can't detect any his activity, but his physiology has certainly been altered by it. And I can't tell if his brain activity is genuine or simply the aftermath of the hiss, like spasms. Dylan could wake up tomorrow for all I know. I really can't say.
Fair enough.
Then I just have to wait for him.
Where is he? Oh,
That's
back
right.
in his containment cell.
He waited a long time for me.
But don't worry, we'll be monitoring him round the clock.
Cool.
If he wakes up, we'll be ready. I don't mean that in a hostile way, just, well, you know.
I hear you. My brother isn't exactly popular around here. I hope one day he'll have the chance to change that.
Yeah, poor kid. Okay, I'm gonna go through these, and then go through these, go back to the door, and then we'll probably call it.
So, there was a moment after Hedron died that I couldn't feel my powers. The hiss got into my head. Just for a moment.
That's not how I would have said that line.
That explains the HRA outage. Before we knew what was happening, the hiss had us. They were in my head. I saw terrible things.
Oh.
I mean, I was about to go under forever when the hiss was pushed back. The HRAs had come back on. Dylan vanished afterwards, and we fought off the hiss that came after him. So if Hedron's death knocked out the HRAs, that means there must be a new local source for them to relay, which I'm guessing must be...
You.
Me.
Interesting.
you. Hedron is dead, assuming that word even applies to a resonant-based life form. But whatever it awakened in you, the power you call Polaris, is still active. Or at least, that's what my instruments are telling me.
I don't think we're ever
Interesting.
gonna understand all of this.
Unfortunate,
But
that
I'm
is the
okay
nature of the SCP and otherwise.
I'm just glad you're here with me.
That's good to know. Thanks, Emily.
The board.
I found Dylan attacking the astral plane and the board. What was he hoping to accomplish?
Huh. Since they arrived, Hiss have been corrupting objects of power, which have an inherent link to the astral plane. Maybe their goal was to access the astral plane and the board itself.
That's terrifying.
That still doesn't tell us why.
But Hiss motives are a difficult thing to work out, but I have been digging through confidential files and noticed a strange gap in knowledge regarding the board. Looks like any data on them has either been deleted or was never gathered in the first place.
Then maybe it's time someone looked into that.
Maybe it is.
We're gonna learn so much. We're gonna do so
How do you
much
feel about me
science.
taking over as director?
You act like it just happened. You've been director since we first met, remember? I am still thrilled. Nothing's changed. Not for me. But the Bureau has changed. Trench and Darling are gone.
Oh.
Their knowledge, anything not written down, disappeared with them. They knew the Bureau better than anyone.
They're the Bureau's past, Emily. We won't
Ah,
operate
its
like they
future.
did. We'll learn from their mistakes. We'll be better than they ever were.
We won't ever
Eh.
be like them.
Interesting.
Well, I've
Okay.
got a bureau to run.
But,
See you
well,
soon.
I got a bureau to run.
Bam, Director Faden.
Please, Emily. Not even as a joke.
I love them. They're cute. I ship them. Choking? Wait, am I? Well, I was. Then I actually considered that, and now I think it's really adorable. Okay, so nothing actually useful in there, which is unfortunate, but, well, it did kind of communicate something, such as that, yes, she is actually the head of research now. That's not just time being weird. And, like, we got some answers, you know, like, we know where Darling is now, kind of. Foundation pillar. The pillar found in the crossroads is best described as an onyx spike that protrudes from the cave floor like an imposing stalagmite. Despite its aggressive silhouette avoidance stars, the structure has an undeniable allure. Freud would certainly have said something about the pillar's overly erect nature, but I'm more drawn to Whitmore's essay on dynamic layer structures within structures, the fractal mirror in every being. Given its significant location, I believe the pillar is either the very heart of the oldest house or an intrusion within that heart. Or perhaps it's like the husk of a seed from which the oldest house sprouted. Trottier wrote the great architecture isn't built, it grows. But then why does the pillar look so different from the rest of this place's concrete walls and rocky caverns? It's easier to see it as an anomaly, a buried artifact, a foreign body, a demonic phallus. A demonic dick! I wonder if this pillar is any more welcome here than we are. I can do words. Oh, another document. Ley lines? For all my research into the oldest house's ley lines, I still don't understand why they converge here at the base of this pillar. I suppose the simplest reason is that they have to converge somewhere. Occam's razor and all that. But that seems wrong. The esoteric world abhors coincidence. So what is the true relationship between this pillar and the ley lines? Does it act as a magnet attracting them, polar north, or is the pillar a product of their focused energies? a sprout nourished by the constant flow of the oldest house's power. Perhaps classifying that power would provide some insight, however we currently have no means of measuring or quantifying it given time. It may be possible to collect and even harness this energy. On that note, Northmore is bringing in the much-lauded Dr. Gustav Wagner from headquarters in DC to aid my research. I suppose this is his way of saying he doesn't trust me to work unsupervised. Let's just hope that Dr. Wagner is as smart as his yearly departed... Oh. Eek. Yikes. Okay, so that's why the comment about the ex-Nazi scientist. That's some weird shit. On the wall right there. Any more documents before I go spelunking / getting real close to a pillar of weird death? So I want to see what this is going to do. We're a bit over time, but that's fine, probably. Repair the nail / link to prevent astral consumption / collision. This is the director's duty / plot. Authorized for a single new tool / upgrade. Oh! Use it to save the Foundation us / Bureau. Explore the Astral Plane Challenge. Left self or right weapon, only one is permitted. Which will you choose / become?
So I can only choose one? I thought I was done with these tests.
Interesting. And that's where we're going to go ahead and call it for tonight. I hope all of you are having a great time. I know I personally am. And if you want to help out, help me keep going on, keep doing this, you can hit the like and subscribe. You can follow me and subscribe to me on Ko-fi. And if you can't afford that, because I know that, you know, even the lowest, like, $5 or $1 tiers are too much for some people. If you just tell a couple friends, you know, spread the word, help let people know about, you know, me, the content I'm doing, the games I'm doing, since I really like story-driven content. Because I saw it and it's really interesting, I'm probably going to be doing, I believe it's Stray that just came out, the really cute one about the cat in the cyberpunk world. That sounds real fun. I'm probably going to do that next, once this game wraps up. And until next time, please do not forget to take care of yourselves and one another. The world's a nightmare at the moment, so please take care of one another and yourselves. And for now, it's time for some very important things. All the thanks in the void to my Voiditzians over on Ko-fi, Darius, Sarah Senpai, and Jinxedmutt. If you'd like to join the ranks, head over to Ko-fi, choose a subscription tier, and enjoy various benefits such as your own customized Discord emoji, the chance to tell me your immortal soul, access to the Voiditzian-only Discord server, and much, much more. As always, don't forget to hydrate, masticate, and medicate.